Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the chance given to me. My name is Maria Priskalia Nahak. My registration number are 32230027. Here, I would like to present an article with the title Derivational and Inflectional Morphemes on the Thesis Abstracts. Now we move to the next slide. In this slide, we would like to discuss about the introduction of this article. According to Crystal 2008, language is a crucial tool for communication, and the study that systematically explores language structure is linguistics. According to Lieber in theory, morphology is a part of linguistics that focuses on how words are formed and how they differ based on usage. Morphemes, the smallest meaning units, include derivational and inflectional. This study analyzes these morphemes in thesis abstracts to enhance vocabulary and grammar understanding. Now we move to the next slide. In this slide, we would like to discuss about the literature review in this article. In this slide, we would like to find out the types of derivational morphemes. In the process of developing words, here are two types of bound morphemes that can derivate words. First, derivational and then inflectional morpheme. Now we would like to focus on derivational morphemes that can change both the meaning and class of the word. Here we move to the next slide. In this slide, we would like to discuss about the function of derivational morphemes. There are two main functions of derivational morphemes. According to Wardeni 2015, it can change meaning and word class, and according to Crystal 2008, it can create new words. Okay, now we move to the next slide. In this slide, we would like to find out the types of derivational morphemes. Here are two types of derivational morphemes. First, derivational prefix that edit at the beginning of a base word. For example, the prefix in added to the base word competent become incompetent. That can change the meaning of competent become not competent or a negative meaning. And then the second is derivational suffix. A suffix can edit at the end of the base word. For example, the base word happy and then edit the suffix ness become happiness. Happy is an adjective and then happiness is a noun. So we can conclude that a prefix can change the meaning of the word and a suffix can change the class of the word. Here we move to the next slide. In this slide, we would like to discuss about the types of inflectional morpheme. Inflectional morphemes do not change the word class but only modify the grammatical form. This statement according to Wardeni 2015. Here are 8 types of inflectional morphemes. First, as plural, for example, pencil, edit as plural become pencils. It is indicate that pencils is not only one but more than one. And the second is as possessive. For example, John and edit as become John's. It indicate the ownerships. And then as present for the third person. For example, read and then become, and then it edit as present become reads. It indicates and action doing by a third person in the present. And then add, that indicate an action occurred in the past time. For example, play plus add and then become played. And then in present participle, for example, read plus in become reading. Comparative, for example, smart plus becomes smarter. It is compare between two things, the higher degree between two things. And then est, superlative, that indicates a higher degree between three things or more than it. For example, smart and then become smartest. And then n for the past participle, for example, write plus n become written in the past participle. Here we move to the next slide. In this slide, we would like to discuss about the methodology that researchers use in this article. So this research design use library research, data source from research abstracts, and according to Mahmoud 2016, library research involves analyzing written text. Data derived from abstracts by 5 alumni of the Master of English Education program at STKPGRI Sidoarjo. The participants, there are 5 alumni from the Master of English Education program at STKPGRI Sidoarjo academic year 2019 and 2020. The instruments used in this research are documentation and the researcher. Now we move to the next slide. In this slide, we would like to discuss about the data analysis. This article uses qualitative data analysis. The definition according to Arbi 2010, analyzing qualitative data including words, descriptions, and impressions. And the steps adapted from Arbi 2010. Content analysis, first identify phenomenon, focus on morphological analysis, inflectional and derivation. Second, select media, including thesis abstracts from STKPGRI Sidoarjo alumni. And then third, code classification, including types of derivational and inflectional morphemes. Here we move to the next slide. In this slide, we would like to find out the result and discussion of this article. First, we would like to find out the types of derivational morpheme. Here are two types of derivational morphemes. First, derivational prefix located in the left side of the word, and second, derivational suffix located in the right side of the word. Here we move to the next slide. In this slide, we still discuss about the types of derivational morpheme, but we would like to discuss first about the derivational prefix. There are two types of derivational prefix. First, derivational prefix an, and then derivational prefix in. Derivational prefix an can create new adjective and new verbs according to Gaya 2018. For example, an place confident become unconfident. The prefix an can change the meaning of the base word confident, become the antonym or the contrast meaning of the base word confident. It's called derivational antonym. So it means that the prefix an plus the base word confident can create a new word or a new adjective. Next, derivational prefix in. For example, prefix in plus the base word compatibility become incompatibility. It means that the prefix in plus the base word compatibility had a negative meaning, become incompatibility, and then had a negative meaning from the base word compatibility. We move to the next slide. In this slide, we would like to discuss about the derivational suffix that added in the end of the base word. In the students' thesis abstracts, they were used several derivational suffix. The first derivational suffix "ion" that can convert verbs to nouns and change the meaning. For example, comprehend become comprehension, act become action, calculate become calculation, observe and then plus suffix "ion" become observation. The base word implicate plus the suffix "ion" become implication, and then the base word regress plus the suffix "ion" become regression. The next suffix that the students used in their thesis abstracts is suffix "al" that can convert nouns to adjectives, adding descriptive meaning. For example, experiment plus the suffix "al" become experimental, situation plus the suffix "al" become situational, and then convention plus the suffix "al" become conventional. These words are occurred in the students' thesis abstracts that can convert nouns to adjectives. Here we move to the next slide. In this slide, we still discuss about the suffix that the students use in their thesis abstracts. The next suffix is suffix "ens." The suffix "ens" changes the base words to a noun. For example, signify becomes significance. The part of speech changes from verb to noun, meaning changing from to mean to importance. Next, the suffix "er." The suffix "er" turns verbs into noun. Examples: teacher researcher, and speaker. Teacher comes from the base word teach and then place the suffix er, become teacher. From the transferring knowledge to one who transfers knowledge. And the research plus er become researcher, from studying to one who conducts a study. Speak plus er become speaker, from using voices to one who speaks. Here we move to the next slide. In this slide, we would like to discuss about the derivational suffix if that the students use in their thesis abstracts. The suffix if changing verbs or nouns into adjectives. For example, the word describe add the suffix if in the end and then become descriptive, from saying something to describing something. So it changed the meaning of the word. And then the word effect plus the suffix if become effective, from the result to achieving objectives. So it always changes the meaning of the word. Here we move to the next slide. In this slide, we would like to discuss about the derivational suffix et. There were several words in the students' thesis abstracts that attached by the suffix et. For example, activity, compatibility, and continuity. The word active plus the suffix et become activity, from being active to an action. The word compatible plus the suffix et become compatibility, from able to coexist to the state of being compatible. And then the word continue plus the suffix et become continuity, from to keep doing to the state of continuing. Now we move to the next slide. We still discuss about the derivational suffix. The students also use the derivational suffix able and ere. The derivational suffix able changes the base word into an adjective. For example, the student use the word compact becomes compatible, meaning changing from close together to able to work successfully with. And then derivational suffix ere. The suffix ere changing noun to adjectives. For example, the students use element becomes elementary. Part of speech changing from noun to adjective, meaning changing to describe something basic or fundamental. The students also use derivational suffix ly. The suffix ly can change an adjective into an adverb. For example, easy becomes easily when we attach ly in the end of the base word easy. The part of speech changing from adjective to an adverb, meaning shifts to express the manner in which something is easy. Here we move to the next slide, and we would like to discuss the new topic. It is inflectional morphemes. It is one types of the bound morphemes. Inflectional morphemes express grammatical meanings and are classified into several types. In this study, 8 types of inflectional morphemes are identified: plural, possessive, comparative, superlative, present tense, past tense, and present participle, past participle. Now we move to the next slide. In this slide, we would like to discuss about the inflectional plural s. The plural s is used to indicate the plural nouns or indicate a nouns that more than one. In this research abstracts, the students were used several words with inflected plural s. First, the free morpheme student plus the bound morpheme s become students. It means that more than one student. And then the free morpheme research plus the plural s become researchers. And then the free morpheme cycle plus the plural s result plus the plural s become results, contexts, parts, pupils, materials, indicators, questions, numbers, communicants, types, reasons, and findings. There were the words that the students used in their thesis abstracts. Now we move to the next slide. In this slide, we would like to discuss about the inflectional possessive s. The possessive s is an inflectional suffix that indicates possession, also called genitive inflection. It shows ownership or belonging. Appears in students' research abstracts attached to nouns. Examples of inflected words: student plus the inflectional possessive s becomes students, one student's belongings. And then student from the base word of free morpheme student plus the s plural and then plus the s possessive become multiple students belongings. And then pupil plus s possessive become a pupil's belongings. Here we would like to discuss about the inflectional present s or es. The present s or es is used with verbs to indicate the third person singular in simple present tense. These are only modified verbs in the third person, he, she, it. For example, in students' abstracts, discusses from the verb discuss plus the inflectional es. It means that the third person singular present. For example, he discusses, like that. And then uses come from the free morpheme use plus the inflectional present s, the third person singular present. Uses, she uses, or he uses, it uses. And then shows, the free morpheme show plus the bound morpheme s. Means, the free morpheme mean plus the bound morpheme s become means. And then wants, the free morpheme want plus the bound morpheme S. Tails come from tail and place the inflectional present S. All of these words are used in the third person singular present. Now we move to the next slide. In this slide, we would like to discuss about the inflectional past ed. The past ed is an inflectional suffix used with regular verbs to indicate past tense. It appears at the end of the base verb. Examples from research abstracts: the word rejected, coming from the free morpheme reject past the past ed. And then accepted, the free morpheme accept plus ed become accepted. It is indicate the past form. And then concluded, from the base word conclude plus inflectional ed become concluded. And then the base word carry plus the past form ed become carried. Focus plus ed become focused. And other examples are best, presented, collected, short, classified, and switched. Here we move to the next slide. In this slide, we would like to discuss about the inflectional present participle ing. The present participle ing is used with verbs to indicate progressive tense or aspect. It appears at the end of verbs to give grammatical meaning in a sentence. Examples in students' abstracts: read, the free morpheme read plus ing become reading. It indicates a progressive aspect. And the free morpheme use plus the present participle ing become using. Develop plus ing become developing. Accord plus ing become according. Speak plus ing become speaking. The other examples are collecting, analyzing, having, switching, teaching, recording, establishing, improving, lacking, understanding, and learning. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the presentation today. It is the conclusion of this article. Derivational morphemes are two types where found derivational prefix and suffix aligning with previous studies. Inflectional morphemes, out of 8 theoretical types, only 5 were found: plural, possessive, present, past, and present participle. Missing types: comparative, past participle, and superlative. Research limitations focused on abstracts using a descriptive qualitative method. The future research suggestions use quantitative methods and explore other subjects like students' writing or final projects. So that is my presentation today. I think that is enough from me. Thank you for your attention. Good morning.